Hello, it is almost my 2-year anniversary for my first comic, The Boy Who Wants to See Ghosts. So I thought today is a great chance to do my sketchbook tour. As you can tell, this sketchbook is pretty rough. I don't really like keeping my sketchbooks really nice. Like, I like how it's very rough and like pages are falling out and how like nothing is aligned. This sketchbook is Opus Essential Paperback Sketchbook. This is like an unused one because it is a set of 3 when I bought it, but I only used 2 and this is like an extra one. And then like all these stickers around. I didn't get the chance to like fill it all out before I finished it. Yeah, let's get into it. This sketchbook is the sketchbook that I used for my school assignment for like this specific like final project course. So in the front there's like a lot of class notes and stuff, and then we had to like write certain journal questions in it, and so like these are some questions that I wrote, and then some quotes that answer some of these questions. But yeah, like all of these are journal questions and like journal answers, and I don't think I answered all of them. I think I left like a bunch of them blank. And then these are some sketches for my initial idea, which originally I wanted to do a design pack with the theme of coral reefs. So I was doing some character designs and I think some studies and some environment designs. I ended up scrapping that whole idea because I think it was a month in, I realized that like I don't really feel inspired by it. Like every time I was trying to work on it, I feel like I'm in such a rut and I like really didn't want to work on it and I really didn't know what to make out of it. So I talked to my professor and then we decided to scrap that whole idea and then go back to my comic idea, which starting from this page, everything in the back is finally stuff about the boy who wants to see ghosts. So originally I wanted to like do it with ink and like traditionally. So I was testing out a lot of ink stuff. And then I also like tested out some charcoal to like see which one I like better. But then I think, yeah, in the end I decided to like stick with inks and like stick with black and white. This is like a little test I did with CU and then all of these ink tests with like different brushes. Here is my first paneling sketches, and then some more like ink sketches, and I think I testing out different types of ink brushes. Yeah, I have like a brush pen and then like a fountain pen and then like a brush pen. Next page. And then here are some character designs of the characters. It's Cooper, Misha, Zane, and then like different designs of Zane because I want him to look like not as cool as he used to be after Misha's death. So then he's like all roughed up. And then starting from here, I think is all of my paneling sketches. So then how I do paneling is I would split the page into 2 like this, and then I would draw like a page on each side, and then I usually leave the top empty so then I can do this. Like I would design like another option of the panels and then I kind of like insert it into like the original page. Yeah, so more like this. So then I have like a really rough sketch, and then I like have notes about like what the page is actually about, and then I like draw different options of like how I wanted to draw the certain panel. Yeah, I really like this panel's design, and I think this is the page that I like did the most tests on. And then some notes that I wrote for how to do manga panels, and then like obviously being bilingual, I write in both languages. And then some more paneling designs, and then as I said, is a sketchbook I use for like class as well, so obviously I have crit notes, and then also like some random other doodles I had. And then I was like calculating how much pages I need to complete the whole script, because I have like 18 pages for like my script, and I was like calculating, doing math over here, like oh my god. And some random other notes. And then here I was thinking about how to exhibit my final comic, because we had like an installation workshop, so then like I had notes of like that workshop. And then oh my god, that was 2022. But yeah, like after the workshop I was like, I want to design my exhibition, but I didn't use this design in the end. But yeah, some more designs and like notes from like the workshop. And then this is also like from the workshop, some like worksheets. But yeah, keep that there. And then this is a test I did on like a different paper, and then put it in the sketchbook because it's like part of it. And then you can kind of tell like this is this panel over here. And then oh, it's so stuck. Yeah, I like did a few tests on like how I wanted to do the gradient in the back. And then this is the end of like the first sketchbook of like this book, so then like everything's falling off and like falling apart, so like a bunch of tape is here to like keep it from falling apart. And then some more notes from class, and then more paneling. This is the second semester, and then I think I did so many paneling after that, and I'm still pretty proud of the panelings I did. I still think they're really really cute. And then like I remember for this page I wanted this composition instead of this, so then I like scanned it in the computer, and then I cropped it out and like photoshopped that panel into like the bottom part. And then some more paneling. This is page 12, 13, 14, and then like 15. Like I split this half into half, so this is like a quarter of the page. I didn't really like how I did the composition in like this panel, so then I drew another one to like Photoshop it in here. Oh, and then this is just class notes for like photo documentation. Oh, I have a lot of notes from that. And then more paneling, and then more notes for the paneling. Oh, and then like this page I like redrew it again because I was like testing out different panel styles, like mainly for like this part, because I didn't know if I wanted to like have like another panel popping out or if I wanted to be the same, because I have a habit of like having 3 panels like side by side, which happened so often. Like I have it here, I have it here, I have it kind of here. This is me trying to not have all the panels like the same size. More pages. And then here is my attempt of like redrawing a composition without having to like draw it at a different spot of the page, because I think I like drew all of these panelings before I wanted to change the composition, so I didn't have space for that. So then like sticky notes it is. Yeah, because I didn't like this composition, so then I just sticky noted a page on top. And then this is like the end of the comic, so that like all of this is my panelings. with like a bunch of notes in between too. And then since I finished all the paneling, it is finally time to like test out how to like actually draw my comic. So here is like a bunch of ink tests, and then I bought a gray ink to do the gray tones, but then like this gray ink is like a bit more on the red side, especially when you diluted it. And then I was trying to like test like waterproofs on like my other pen, which as you can tell it did not waterproof. Oh yeah, because I also like did a test page of the inks with like the gray inks or the black inks, and then this is like a crit of like what people think about it. Yeah. What even is this? Oh, this is like notes that I made for myself for a crit session. I just put everything that is related to the comic in the sketchbook. And then installation crit, and then this is me thinking about like dimensions of printing, because I was kind of debating on like what size to print it in, but actually you're supposed to have that decided before you started drawing. Oh, and then this is the end. So somewhere around this area, I think, I decided to not draw my comic traditionally, because I think I ran out of time, which is like so normal for me. So I decided to like do it digitally in the end, but like with certain like scanned materials. But yeah, and then like I spent like a whole month just like drawing it digitally, which is why I didn't work in the sketchbook as much, because I was doing everything digitally at the time. And then also the reason why I was thinking about printing solutions. But yeah, that's like the end for the sketchbook. I think that is the end. Let me double check. Yeah. So this is like the end of the sketchbook. But I do want to show you guys. These are the tests that I did traditionally. Oh, everything's falling out. So like this is me testing out the gray ink, which you can kind of tell it's very red, so I didn't really like how it turned out. And then this is me testing line art, and like I tried using different brushes and like pens to like test out the textures. Like this is a fountain pen, and then this is I think the ink brush, and then this is like a pencil marker. And then also because I was like painting the tests on like a larger scale, because originally I wanted to kind of have it really big, so that when I scan it and print it out I can make it smaller, and like the image would look like there's more detail in it. But like that was the plan. In the end I didn't do that because I ended up doing it digitally. And then these are all of my tests, sketches, and pages. This is like a pencil sketch, and then this is a test page for like one of the pages in the later part of the story. Like I really like this design, this page, but it's kind of hard to tell that like transparent. But like my way of like drawing ghosts in the story is to like line it in gray, so it has like a contrast between like the blacks of like human characters. And this was me trying to like paint the gray tones, because the line art brush that I was gonna use at like this stage wasn't waterproof, so I had to like do the gray tones first and then ink on top. But obviously I did not do that. Some more sketches. This is actually my actual script, because I wrote this script for a script writing assignment in like a writing class. So like I wrote it, and then like my professor wrote like a huge chunk of feedback, which I really appreciate because like it really did help me a lot. But yeah, like, oh, I just realized this is like not the final version of the script. Is it though? Cause wait, let me. Oh, but it's not. Oh, anyways, because I remember I like did a bunch of sketches on the script as well, but it's not here. So something's off, but that's okay. This is this half, and this is like a guide page for when I printed them out, and I had to like cut the pages into the correct size, and then I also had to kind of put them into different piles so that when I bind them it is like in order. This is this side, and then for this side I think it's mainly my actual pages, because as I said, I originally wanted to like do them traditionally, right? So then these are like supposed to be my actual pages, but obviously that did not happen. So like all of these pages are just like half completed. I would sketch it out with like a blue pencil, so then when I scan it won't show. Yeah. And some sketches for paneling. Why did I put it here and not in my sketchbook? I don't remember. And this one was like a drawing I did for, I think, this page? Or this page. Because I ended up doing it like this. So then like in this page, this hand would be like on top. And this is like another test page I did. And then as you can tell, I decided to do the gradient with like the ink and like by diluting it. And these are more of my sketches, because I had to like draw them bigger to show it off to my classmates for crit. That's why I like did so many pages of these enlarged version of my panelings. But yeah, these are all of my sketches. Ooh. Oh, there you are. I just found more sketches. And then this is the digital version that I printed out, arid versions, which is why they're like loose. And then I found my actual script. See, I would like draw sketches of like how I want the compositions to look like. Like this, like very, very rough sketches. Or like this, of like how I wanted the paneling to look like. Like this. And then I would kind of split the page on the script as well. Like how much content belongs to like one page of the comic. And like a lot more. Just like very, very simple thumbnail sketches. And then, yeah, like very, very rough. Like a lot of like stick figures. And then I would like write notes on like, oh, I want this certain part to be like a really, really big panel for like an impact scene. And then like more of this. And then like for the last part, originally like when I wrote the script, it like ended here. But then I was talking with my friend and like discussing how I wanted the ending to look like. We ended up adding like a whole part in the end, which I was like really hesitant because I didn't want to drag on the story too long. But like it actually didn't, so that's great. And then this is the final comic that I made. I printed it myself and I binded it all myself, and it looks kind of like this. Ta-da! Like for this page, all of the inks in the background are ink washes that I did traditionally, and I scanned it into the computer. I like kept 3 copies, but like a lot of them are, you see, like not the best versions. There's like a lot of errors in it, but that's fine. This is actually the first final version where I like printed it all out, but then it's like all on like one sheet of paper. So then like in order for it to like flip properly, I had to like put 2 pages of paper together. This is like my first like draft version, and then I had to like pin it together with a binder clip. Like these 2 are my like precious babies that I will never throw away because they just like mean a lot to me. Like no matter how many copies that I print in the end, and like because I do want to like reprint them again for like cons or like art markets and stuff like that, but like this version will always have a special place in my heart. So this is the end of this sketchbook tour, and like all of these other like Ghost Boy related sketches, and like I guess behind the scenes. I didn't really talk too much about behind the scenes, and like recently I redrew the cover and I sent it to print, but then like I also do have the digital version free online. I'll have my website link in the description below, so if you guys are interested in like reading the actual story, feel free to go ahead and like read it. It is my first comic that I ever like completed, so like there's a lot of mistakes and like errors, and like it's definitely not the perfect comic out there, but I am very proud of it and I'm very satisfied with it, and I'm just really glad that I had the opportunity to like make this comic a thing, like make it come true, because like the idea of the comic is from when I was in high school, so it was like a very long time ago, and it's still very like a dream to me that I completed the whole comic, and it's like a natural thing I can hold in my hand now. But yeah, I am working on a spin-off, but like as you all know, I'm working on a different comic right now, which is To Find Marigold. It's not launched yet, but it will be launched very soon, and when it is, I will have it also linked in the description below. I guess depends on how To Find Marigold goes, but I do have a spin-off story written, kind of half written, in my draft box, and I do want it to complete that comic as well. And then I also have like a sequel idea for like Ghost Boy, so there's more to come. It might take a long time, which I think that's pretty normal. But like if you guys are interested, like stay tuned. It will come out someday. Like just bear with me because I'm like very slow at it. These are like all future projects that I'm like really excited about. So like yeah, like stay tuned, stick around. I'll like update more comic related stuff on my channel, and like follow on my social media, I guess. I'm mainly using Blue Sky right now because I still haven't really figured out how to like deal with like Instagram and like their AI stuff. But like anyways, that's like a different story. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for like sticking to the end. I'll see you guys all next time. Thank you. Bye.